Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Terry Lee, pure visionary psychic medium, and I am here with Sun Psychic Jean and Terry Suzuki, and we are the Psychic Triad.
We are.
We are. It's just so cool how this has all come together. And every time I'm with these beautiful ladies, I just feel so full of joy. And I feel just really confident that Spirit is going to come through and we're going to have a wonderful show today. All right. So let's get kind of caught up on what you guys have been doing. Jean, what have you been up to?
Oh, I I was recently at a psychic fair last weekend, and that was really fun. It was in a new area where I haven't been before. I usually do my psychic fairs sort of like where I am in near the DC area and then Northern Virginia, but this is up closer to Baltimore.
Oh, wow.
And I know, so Baltimore, Maryland, and I thought it just was a really unique opportunity. So it was really, really beautiful. I learned a lot.
Wow, that's great. I'm sure that every time you do that, you get another level of confidence and relaxation. And yeah, that's cool. All right, Terry, what have you been up to?
Well, I am just up to doing things in my yard. I just reclad my deck. I took down my pandemic playhouse and sorted all the lumber, and I'm going to make a new shed because I need a shed more than I need a playhouse. So
Awesome.
yeah, so I'm just doing stuff like that and getting ready for. Actually, I don't have any fairs until August, so. But
Wow.
I'm gonna go to one in Ocean Shores, which is along the Pacific Ocean,
I
and
love ocean shores.
I know, and my oldest daughter lives there permanently all the
Oh,
time.
nice.
So I'll get to go see her. It'll be fun.
Yeah, that's I as you know, I used to live in the Pacific Northwest and I loved ocean shores. That was always one of my favorite places to go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, if you noticed the intro, and I hope you guys got a chance to catch that because that's where I'm going. And it'll probably look a lot like that when I get there. We've got a little rough weather, but it's going to be sunny and beautiful. And I'm going there for 10 days. It
Wow.
is just the most amazing place, the Sawtooth Mountains in Idaho. Um, it's my sacred place. It always has been since I was like 4 or 5 years old. So to have that time to go and I just know Spirit is just really filling me with this excitement, like some really cool stuff is going to come down. I'm going to do a lot of meditations and flute playing and wading in the water and throwing toys for my dogs to fetch from the lake. And it's just, I can't wait. It's going to be great. And wow, speaking of great, we have a great gang of people over here. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. Um, thank you for coming back. Hi, Viviani and Craig Dixon, Scorpio Mama, and I'm just skipping through here. Ruth Bryant. Who else have I got here? Oh, everybody's chatting already. Look at them go. Aaron Onugent. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen you before on my chat. That's great. Welcome. And Jane B. And yes, Jane, we've got your question. Prachi D. Wow, look at this, you guys. This is great. I'm
So I noticed that Sherry Luke is saying that she used to work at the Gray Gull there at the place, the Shores place that you guys were talking
Ocean
about.
Shores.
Ocean Shores.
Oh,
Whoa.
it's beautiful.
She
Well,
used to work at the Gray Gull. That's so cute. How small world, isn't it? I'm telling you, you guys, it's a small world. We all know each other. When we see each other, I feel it. I feel it when I, communicate and touch base with each and every one of you. I can
Mhm.
feel the familiarity that we have with one another. It's really just amazing. And it's just such a small world. It's becoming more and more apparent to me each and every day.
Well, I gotta say, I think it's a small universe. I think we've all been bebopping around this universe, learning and growing and expanding. I just have been getting the most wonderful messages and having to do some work, a little bit of work, no matter how old you are, how long you've been on this planet, how long you've been into spirituality, how long you've been meditating and studying and reading, there's always stuff that's there that needs to be kind of, dug up and taken care of. And you need to have this understanding. And I just went through a huge one and it was really cool. And I discovered that I was absolutely judging myself way too much. I always try to work on, judge on other people, but we forget. We forget. And we have these things that are from a long time ago that we just need to go in there and go, you know what, Terry? You are loved beyond measure. You did the best you could. And yeah, maybe if you made a mistake, you learned from it. And that's why you're here. So anyway, I could go on. But I would like to share with everyone today that we're really, really interested in giving some good, solid readings today. And the three of us, the Psychic Triad, has agreed to take a little more time. Now, I do apologize if you don't get your message read, but we are on frequently, and many of us are on other shows, and we also do solo readings sometimes. So we hope that you'll come back and catch us then if we don't answer your question today.
I
No,
love your solos, Terry.
thank you. Know that you're here not only to get your message, but you might get a message from someone else's message. And to support each other, to have you all in the chat today is an intense amount of energetic support for us. We feel it, we know it, we love it. Oh, wow, look at this. Yeah, Judy. Stanley and Redfish. And she lives in Boise. That's a couple hours from me. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Stanley Baking Company, get out. Potato Mountain. It is my favorite. There's a little tiny log cabin that's been turned into a beautiful little restaurant, and it's packed every day, and they make the most incredible food. And hey, maybe I'll see you there. Thanks, Judy. That's cool. All right. And anybody else have anything to say? Oh, okay. I'm just going to star a couple things here.
So I wanted to shout out to Donna,
Please do.
that Bella Lunga, that she said, I don't know if they can see this. Sometimes when people are live on Facebook, it doesn't pop into their YouTube, but because we're using StreamYard, we're able to allow your messages to come in through StreamYard. It is unique. Not everybody can see the messages, but on this show for today, we can see the Facebook messages. So thank you for saying that so that I could, maybe I should put that, I should put a link up there on Facebook so everybody knows. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do.
Okay, thank you for that, Jean. I'm just taking a little time while you're talking, so I can nab a few of these questions. And I got to say, I'm excited about these questions. They're awesome. Let's get started. You guys ready?
Yeah,
I sure am.
All right. I'm going to go over to. I have 10 questions started. Whee! Pratchett D. Hi, I recently shifted to Dubai and searching for a job, but it's being tough. May I know when I will get a job here, please? Well, I really appreciate the question. We may not be able to nail the time down exactly, but we will definitely get a message for you. Okay? All right. It's a good one to start on. I like that. Okay, Jean, would you like to start?
I'm just asking if it's yes or no first. And I said yes, that you will find a job. And then I was going on to ask, what about the end of, will Prachi be employed and working by June 30th, 2023? No. Will Prachi D be working and employed by August 1st, 2023? No. Will Prachi be working and employed by September 30th, 2023? I got a yes. And, a lot of companies don't like to hire through the summer because a lot of their hiring managers, and there's so many vacations and schools out and things like this. But I would say closer to that, right when the colleges go back, right around that late August, early September. It seems like right around that time. How about you, ladies?
Well, Prachi, I got a yeah. I didn't use my pendulum, but I was told by the spirit guides and angels on the stage. They said yes, yes, she's going to get a job.
Mhm.
But it seems like that yes, there's a little bit of time going to go by, but they're also really focusing me on you, on your the ego side. They want you to value yourself a little bit more. Don't let this time that's going by where you're not able to get a job and you're starting to feel very desperate and like what's wrong with me. Please, they really want to encourage you not to feel that way. There's everything right with you. You're just fine. They want you to maybe use this time to keep looking, but to also, spend a little time meditating or praying or even finding a phrase that you could say to you could repeat each day, a mantra that would remind you how valuable you are
Yes.
to the universe and to Dubai, where you're going to work. So,
That's beautiful, Terry. That's great, ladies. Well, I immediately heard with my clairaudient audience the I'm gonna double check it. Complicated connections. That's what is happening here. And I drew 3 cards. I drew the Ace of Cups first. Okay, so the Ace of Cups, beautiful card. New beginnings, abundance. I think that with the other cards we have, we'll get a little story going here. Okay, the next one was the Two of Pentacles. Okay, and this is about life, money, and balancing and decisions. So let's take this third card, and we got the Four of Wands. Now, that's an interesting card to end up with, but it is definitely a success card. It's always married. It could be a marriage card. Maybe you'll get married. I don't know. But I don't think that's what it means here. I think what it's telling you right now is that, yes, you have an amazing opportunity coming up for you. You need to be patient and you need to use your discernment. That's what I'm hearing. Use your discernment. And also, I definitely agree with Terry. You need to really, let me just make sure I've got this right. Express love for yourself every day. Express appreciation for yourself every day. Know that you are a soul. You are a spark of the creator of universes, and you are worthy. Put that inside of you, send that energy out, and that wonderful opportunity is going to come your way for sure. It is. All right. Ooh, that was a good one to start off with. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Ruth Bryant Walthall. Anything for me is a little vague. If you can get into the chat and give us an indication of something else, we'll be happy to answer that for you. But it's just a little bit vague. It's better if we can tune into something a little more pinpointed.
Give us the direction. Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I love your new picture, Ruth. You and your husband. That's a really nice picture, Ruth.
Oh, that
And
is.
David's
Yeah.
here. Hi, David, and
Okay.
Evelyn. Nice to see you. So, Ruth, just let us know what direction. Maybe we'll come back. I'll make a note.
Okay. All right. Keep your eyes peeled for me, will you, Jean? And I thank you so much for that. Okay, we're going to move on. Jane B., my husband passed in April. I'm very sorry for your loss. I'm considering downsizing and moving. Is this a good idea for me? Okay.
And Ruth just put a note in there if you want to start it at 4:45 or at 3:40, 2:45.
Okay.
Okay, Jane.
Jane B.
I'm getting that it's good for you in many different ways. I'm getting that it's good for you to go back through a lot of memories and a lot of things that you haven't looked at in a while, and sort of like review your life, and almost that you're letting go a certain aspect of your life and moving into a new chapter. And you're so by going through things and downsizing, not just in the size of your home, but you're going through your things and packing and moving and things. I feel as though this is something. It'll be like a transitional period for you that you can. It'll be an emotional and physical and energetic transition for you. So I do feel it is very good for you, Jane.
Yeah. Oh, man, they turned my stage so green. I mean, it it has this beige background with green in it as if it were embroidered plants and stuff, but then it just turns so green. If you look at her little icon there, it's very dark green behind her J. I
Mhm.
mean, so green. And as I'm kind of like just kind of looking into this color and this little, it's almost, I almost see your little icon of you moving boxes. So they are definitely agreeing that this is a good idea for you to downsize and move. But I also, with this green flavor or color, it's making me think of nostalgia. It's a nostalgic green. I don't. So I think that this going through the things, downsizing is just a really good for you. It's going to bring up good memories. You're going to understand yourself better, but also it's just, this is a fertile time. That green is screaming fertile, like growth for yourself. So I am, I'm all for it. They just seem to be saying that this is really a good idea for you.
Awesome. That's beautiful. Well, Jane, I don't know what your husband looked. I just said it was okay. I'll back it up. Well, I first saw you with like I forget what they call them, but a moving s- boxes piled up and moving on wheels, moving things out the door. And then I saw a man pushing you. I don't know what your husband looked like or what his name was. I just see a man pushing you out the door. And then I heard amazing adventures, both spiritual and physical. So I believe that this is going to be a time when you are going to feel him incredibly close to you. Try to, okay. So I'm hearing talk out loud to me while you're going through this process. Know that I am with you. Know that wherever you go, I am with you. And there are great surprises waiting for you in this new location. And I'm seeing you meeting new people. I'm seeing you in a group. I don't know what it is. I'm seeing like yeah, it's like a bunch of women surrounding like a coffee table or something. There's a meeting for a certain purpose. There'll be some kind of adventure with a new group of people. And I'm just feeling joy for you. Just think an incredible amount of joy that what's ahead of you is going to be very near and dear to your heart for the rest of your life. So there you go. Thank you so much for your
It's like
question.
it's like a fresh start.
It
And
is. It's
those
beautiful.
golden years, it's those golden years and those the rich friendship and that companionship that is going to be really good for you, Jane. And he is
Yeah,
watching over you.
he is.
So
Felt
good for
that very
you.
strongly. I love that pushing you out the door, like somebody's pushing her out the door. Okay, let's go back to Ruth. There you are, Ruth. Hi. And she wants to hear from her dad, Benny. Okay.
He's saying, count your blessings, Ruth. He's saying, count your blessings and almost be mindful of the beautiful things around you, um, and like so almost like you um, are grateful to have everything that you do have, and that everything that you do have you're grateful for. And it's almost like a you would resign to the chase or the want or the need or the feel of lack. So to reverse that feel of lack, you get into gratitude, and you get into this resigned, like, I am grateful. I have everything I need. And this opens up the flow when you're like, am I going to get it? It's almost like a tight and a block. So be grateful and say, I have everything I need. And you can say, I have everything I need right now. And this is how we manifest right now, is with gratitude, with opening up that energy as well, so you get that energy ebb and flow. So that's what I got.
Terry, if you have anything, you can go ahead of me.
Okay. Uh, the first thing I got was Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Now, that's one of those things that I'm just going to put out there. Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And I felt this great deep pink. I saw it. It indicates to me it's my sign for tender love. Tender love. And what he wants you to know is make it your business to realize how truly wonderful you are. Make it your business. Make it your passion to realize how wonderful you really are. You reach so many people. You touch so many lives. And yet, oh, okay. So he's going back to Twinkle, Twinkle. Okay. And yet you realized you failed to see the glory of your own light, the beauty of your own light. And the more that you release and do that and understand that's why you're here on the planet, the more joy, the more power, the more able to receive the special things that are ahead of you, you will be. You have a crowd up here. You have a crowd up here, and we are rooting for you. We are helping you. Signs are coming your way. And don't forget. And don't forget to shine. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, wonderful.
Wow, beautiful.
Well, Benny gave me a lot of things, and I had to sort through them a bit. Like, what does this mean? What does that mean? And so, first of all, I just have a question. Did he have something to do with dentistry, or are you having something done with your teeth right now? There's something about dentistry, teeth, that's I can't quite get away, but I don't have
I
a full
love that.
message on. Um, and then he shows me himself as a real stand-up guy, really, good guy. But he's
Mhm.
also showing me that he was a cool guy. He's kind of showing me. So it's so funny, Terry, when you talked about the sparkle, he was showing me this mid-century modern wallpaper
Cool.
that's in those, pinks and blacks and oranges and creams, and then there's a little star in it, like those old-fashioned.
Oh,
A lot of
yeah.
people, a lot of people assume that atomic wallpaper was from like the 50s, but it actually was in the start of the 60s. So he's showing me kind of like atomic wallpaper, but it means something more because the
Wow.
star shined, and so I think that he's showing me that he was a pretty cool dude. So I think he's just trying to provide evidence, but he's also showing that um, he feels good about how he raised you. Somehow he feels like he did a good
Aw.
solid job or provided a solid background for you. And so Benny, can you be a little clearer now on the message? Take better care of yourself. Don't put off what you know you have to do. And I kind of think he's talking about the teeth again somehow. There's some sort of doctor's appointment. He's saying, don't you put that off. Don't make the call.
I love that.
Stop dragging your heels. Know how much I love you. Know how much we try to help you over here. Um, and then he's showing me whispering, that he whispers to you, but the whispers almost look like leaves or feathers coming like behind your ears like this, like that they're always sending stuff to you. Okay. So that seems to be the thing, that he's supporting you all the time, always there. Just talk to him when you have to, and for God's sakes, make that appointment.
Yes, please do. Oh, that was beautiful, Terry. That was a beautiful, lovely reading, and thank you.
And she's
All
saying,
right.
yes, he did.
Oh,
Yeah. Mhm.
cool.
Thank you, Ruth.
Okay. Well, the next question I have started, and I just want to mention briefly, because I said this at the beginning of the show, that we are trying to take our time today. We really want to give really clear readings and messages for you. Sometimes it takes a little time for those to come through. Our intention is to get to as many people as we can, but if we don't, we all do other shows and solo reads, and we're on other people's channels, and we hope that you'll get your question answered eventually in that way. Okay. And once again, I have another kind of vague one from Michaela. So I'm going to ask you what type of a message you would like. And we'll get back to you in just a minute. If you'd put that in the live, and Jean, if you'd keep an eye on that for me, I'll go to the next one.
And Ruth
Yeah.
says, "Oh, thank you very much. He has to make a heart doctor appointment. That's what it
Okay.
is."
Oh.
Yeah, he like was gonna nag me.
It happens. Oh, that's great. I love it. Okay. This is an interesting one. I'm not sure how we'll handle this one either, but I'm just going down the list. How does JL see my personality? MCB00. That's a tricky one because you're asking us to read someone who hasn't given us permission to read. So, what do you think about that, ladies? You want to give that a try, or maybe
I was
reword it?
just gonna maybe take a energetic feeling around MCB, and
Okay.
sometimes we don't see ourselves, but maybe we can give some information around their energy, what
Mhm.
their energy may look like to anyone else by us describing their energy to them. Um,
I would like to
Right.
approach it that way
Yeah,
because it is hard to do a third party reading. So,
it is.
and
It is.
yeah,
Let's just tune in, see what we get. MCB00 is going to be like a box of Cracker Jacks. We'll see what you get. Okay, JL and MCB00.
So I'm just picking up that you're smart, you're kind, you're quiet, you have your head down looking at something a lot, and but you're pleasant when you would meet when you would catch somebody's eye, you always smile like if you're sitting on a bench and people are walking by the street or the shopping and you look up and you catch their eye, you just kind of smile and then put your head back down. Like you have this kindness about you, this sweetness about you, but you keep to yourself is what I feel. um I don't see you sort of like being a leader in a group or sort of outgoing at all. I see you and just let me know, MCB, if this makes sense to you. um you're very just lovely, pleasant, kind, a little quiet, a little reserved, um, which is nice. Sometimes it's the curiosity that other people are. They say it does. It makes sense. Okay, it piques people's curiosity, and they want to. Maybe it's intriguing to somebody else. You don't want to be mysterious or be coy too much, but this is what I feel as though they may be feeling from you is the energy that I see around you. Um, so
So,
that's what I got.
That's good. Huh? Terry?
so my reading is going to show my age because
Oh, I love it.
oh
Dish
my
it out.
God, this is going to go way back. Okay, so at first I'm just there. I'm on my stage. I'm looking, and it's like I'm really way down on the stage, and I'm seeing black patent leather shoes, the kind that used to be worn a lot in the 1960s. Um, and they're shiny. It's really plastic, not really leather, and it's very shiny. And I just see the two little toes together. And as I kind of pull out a little bit and look up, then I'm seeing a person sitting on the bench. Now, this person looks female to me. It doesn't mean I don't know if you're female or male. It doesn't really matter because what they're describing me is about energy. So
Yes.
now this is where you're going to know how old I am. Do you remember the old TV show in the 1960s, That Girl? That Girl was played by Marlo Thomas. She wore patent leather shoes all the damn time. And I see her, so this looks a lot like her. She's sitting on the bench. She's got her little feet together. She's sitting very properly, but she's sitting there and in a nice little coat and dress, all matched up, looking out at the world with absolute wonder. So what they're showing me is that you are a little bit of a quiet person. You're not on that bench saying, "Look at me, look at me, look at me." You're looking at everybody else. You're looking, and people are attracted to you because they see the kindness and the wonder. Really, it's the wonder. You are very, very wondrous. You look at the world and it's still brand new to you. You're still like, oh my God, look at all those birds, look at the people, look at the cute car going by, and so that is one of the things is your wonder and kindness is something that others really see. So I'm kind of hoping that JL sees this too. Um, what I do see also, though, is they encourage you to get off the bench once in a while, go out, and remember in her big opening thing, she spins around and throws her hat in the air, and that's pretty outward. So they are encouraging you to get out there a little bit more. Don't just sit on the bench looking, go out and experience it a bit, become a little bit more active.
That's beautiful. That ties in a lot with what I got. I've got a nice little package for you here, MCP. It was interesting. It started out with a visual, and the first thing I saw was a tuning fork. a tuning fork. I'm like, okay, all right, what does this mean? What I heard was tune into your heart. I write things down, so I'm reading from that. Um, Tune into your heart and resonate energy. And then as I'm just kind of like getting into this vibe, all of a sudden I'm directed to draw a card. And this is from the Priestess of Light Oracle cards. That's where they directed me. And I couldn't believe the card. I just pulled out Soul Radiance. There you are. Look at that beautiful card. Soul Radiance, which goes in with the energy and the vibration. Phoenix Rising. Now, the message here says, and I'm going to kind of make it short for you, but this radiant priestess calls out that your ultimate victory is at hand. Her arms and wings are raised in salutation. A new beginning is arriving after a long and perhaps difficult time. In fact, you are about to take the flight of the phoenix and rise above the ashes of some old unwanted fire. This card is telling you that those times are coming to an end. A newfound sense of freedom arises, but don't forget the source of real power and freedom is always within you. Ooh, I love that. So the message, I think, and I didn't hear anything about JL. You know why? Because I think it's all about you. I think it's really all about you and that energy and that vibration. And think of that tuning fork and tuning into your heart. Once again, it's kind of a message we've had so far today of that appreciating and knowing yourself and being comfortable in your own soul skin here and knowing that. Okay, I'm listening again. Vibration is important. So sometimes if you're feeling something that's uncomfortable, you're unsure, you're thinking too much. I am an overthinker, so I can relate. Just tune into that vibration of your heart and know that it's all good. There you go. That's the message. Whee! That was a good
Beautiful,
one.
MCB. Good for you.
Yeah. Awesome. I'm so glad that was good. Great.
Did
Okay.
you see at Julie Wentz at 2:04?
Okay.
She says, "Oh my God, you guys! This is the second time today I've heard Cracker Jacks and That Girl."
Really? Cracker Jacks and That Girl. That's crazy. I love it. All right, we're both showing our age. Good. Okay. Oh, and she says I'll look up that show.
Oh, good. Yeah, Google that because
Watch a couple of episodes. They're pretty fun. Okay. All right. So I'm going back now. Did we hear anything from Michaela? Did you guys see anything from Michaela? Are you out there, Michaela?
I think Michaela said something like she just wanted to know about her future, but I think we just needed a direction. Like, is it your job? Is it your love life? Is it your
Mhm.
spiritual growth? Is it your,
Sure.
children, family? Just like
Perfect.
sort of like a
Good.
direction. Yeah.
Perfect. Because we can read your future. Are you ready for that, ladies? Are you okay?
yeah.
It's wide open.
Okay.
Let's see what we get.
That's nice that she has the stars around her name too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's different. Michaela. Yes, a message on my future, please. That's what she said. Okay.
Great. All right. Michaela's future.
I see busy. I see productive. I see planning, organizing, and production. I see that you are working on maybe building something or creating something. I see you working, but it's for you. It's you're creating. Um, I feel as though you're working on building, you're working on developing, you're working on planning. I feel as though you have a lot of determination, a lot of focus, a lot of um, putting your ideas down on paper. I just see you being I'm trying to think of the word, like tenacious and due diligence. I see a lot of work ahead for you, is what I'm looking at. But it's very good. It's very good. It's really productive, and it's a good development. That's what I'm seeing.
That's great. How about you, Terry? Are you ready?
Um, I so I was asking my third eye to take me down the corridor of the future, and it was interesting. Instead of having a bird's eye view, which is usually what they show me, they like took me like I was part of a wind that went down it, like I was in the stream, in the flow. And the flow is long. I mean, it goes. So one thing I feel like is going to say you're going to have a really long life here because it's a lot. It's a lot of flow. The flow I'm seeing is really pink and red, lots of pink and red colors. And dear third eye, could you give me more of a message about what does this mean for Michaela? Okay, I get it. So they're just saying they want you to relax a little bit more. They want you to go with this flow. It's not so important that you know everything about the future. The future's going to happen anyway. You chose this way back when that you were getting ready to dive down into this life. And so really, I think what they're saying is they want you to go with the flow a little bit more. Don't worry so much about the future. You can't really make a bad decision. And actually, now that I look at it, the halls of the future as they're guiding me are actually like bumper pads. So as you're going, they're going to be gently redirecting you anyway. So I think just have a little more confidence about this, about your future.
Okay, that's good. It's interesting. The first thing I saw was you trying to build a pyramid, like we were trying to move a giant block of stone, push it over into place. And then when I asked what that meant, apparently you are trying to build, you are trying to create, but you're trying. You're trying. You can just do. That's what I'm hearing. You can just do. You can just be. And then I wrote it down. You are the future. That's what they said. You are the future. And another thing they said was to be sure to create within and without. So create within yourself and work on your spirituality and your joy and your visions, and have joy in the things that you consider might happen. Like, oh, this could happen, or this could happen, or I could run into this person and make a great connection. Start to just get those creative juices flowing. It's not, they're telling me it's not all physical. It's not all solid. You are your future. And when you work within and without, you create that level of vibrations that attracts things to you, the right people, the right places, the right opportunities. They can be right there for you. And as I said before, I don't know if you're an overthinker or not, but I'm getting that feeling maybe. And I can relate to that. And I'm working on that myself, to just relax and create, be, and know that you have energetic powers. I'm hearing energetic, like vibratory. We're all energy. Everything is energy, and we can all work with our energy, Jesus said we can move mountains. How did he think he meant that? Like with a shovel? No, not with a shovel, with our heart, with our mind, with our spirit. That's how it's going to happen. So blessings to you, Michaela. And thank you so much for that question. Ooh, that one got me jazzed up. I feel like I want to just go out and
She says, thank you
manifest.
all. She says, thank you all so much for the support. I'm so touched.
Oh,
That's what
wonderful.
she responded. You're
So,
welcome, Michaela.
so happy, Michaela. That's great. All right. I've got JP just saying, can I get a reading on my brother Al? Last read was not my brother. It was for someone else. Okay. Well, that happens. It
Mhm.
does.
Yep. But
Hey,
I was going to say, just because people in the chat may have experienced something like that, it's all right. As you're getting a message, if you recognize right away that it's not the loved one that we're
Mhm.
trying to get, let us know, because we will try to get the right one.
there's a lot of people's brothers here.
Yeah.
And if you can give us his full name, if his name is Albert or Alan, Al something. Um, and yeah, that'd be great. Maybe how long ago that he passed. Just something a little more specific so we can, because of it not being him the last time, it'd be a little easier to zone in. So is JP just saying still here? If you can just let us know
Yeah.
his full name and maybe how long ago he passed. Um, yeah, and it is important that you're here too. Sometimes
Right.
we could
Mhm.
pick up on somebody else's.
Yeah.
I heard a very famous psychic saying the other day, are all psychics 100% correct? And he said, absolutely not. And if you're hearing something that doesn't jive, it's so important to say, oh, that doesn't jive. So that whoever's reading you can say, okay, whoever this is, step aside. I'm reaching out for, and then they can say the name again. And that's
Alan, 2005, he passed. Alan, thank you. I think that's really important. They called him Al, but his name is Alan.
Alan.
Sorry, Terry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's quite all right. Okay.
I'm like, bingo. Alan, 2005.
Ooh.
I see him with darker hair and maybe a scruffy beard and maybe a little thin on the top. His hair is a little thin on the top, but he's smart. He has like mechanical engineering kind of a mind. Does this sound like him, JP? Does any of that match Alan? Just seeing a very kind guy, very smart, and the little beard and darker hair with thinning on top. Give her another second to type
Yeah.
it in there.
See if we can get a validation here.
Yeah.
And it's okay if it's not.
Mhm.
Just
What
we
what
like to make sure. Mhm.
Yeah, what Alan is showing me on my stage is a little bit confusing, but it's bricks, white painted bricks, and they go up to a darker stone color, like we're in a basement somewhere, or like he owned a castle or something. I mean, there's just this real interesting, strong structure around him. So I'll try to tune in more to have him tell me what is this all about.
Oh, sorry about that.
Sorry. So,
Yeah, she says dark hair, yes, not thinning. Okay. So let's see, Alan. So he's saying that it feels like maybe you helped with his family in some way. You help to take care of the family. You keep in touch with the family. Um, he's just saying thank you for what you did or for what you do for my family. It's almost like you stepped in and almost like brought them in, like brought them under your wing. And he said that he's just really grateful to you for what you did to help him after his passing. And he said that I don't know if you even like made the service arrangements or something. I'm not sure why it would fall on your um, plate, but either that or maybe he wasn't married. But he's just saying thank you for what you did. Thank you for taking care of my family. Thank you for going. It's almost like you went the extra mile, and you did it out of honor. You said, "I'm doing this for my brother." Like it was something that you felt like you had to do. Um, he's just saying thank you, and he's not a man of many words. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it there.
okay. Well, I'm really getting that too. Not a man of many words, but so I'm back in the bricks, back down there in like a tunnel or a basement or something. And it's as if you two are kind of chill. I mean, he looks like an adult, but there's also this childlike quality. And it looks like that it's almost like he has his arm around your shoulders, like your arm in arm, like your kids exploring. And so, what I think I'm seeing here, and you guys are walking out of the tunnel towards the light, and he's again expressing some sort of um, happiness and thankfulness that you helped him. You somehow you helped him, maybe in his passing or something, because he's like, you you read my mind. We almost had mind to mind connection. Or sometimes he's making me feel like when you were kids, you could read his mind and speak for him to your parents. I had that kind of connection with my little brother that nobody could understand it, but somehow I could. But he's just saying that you somehow had some sort of mind to mind connection with him, that you understood what he wanted, what he needed, and he's so, so thankful. And he just looks more and more joyous, and it looks like he walks out of this tunnel towards the light.
Hmm.
And there's nothing, I mean, nothing in this thing scares me or anything like that. It looks like a big adventure, actually. So I hope that somehow makes sense.
Beautiful. JP, if you want to give any other validations on those comments, that's great. I immediately got something very uncomfortable in my chest, like squeezing, like tight. I don't know what that's about, whether that relates to something, how he passed, or if he had asthma or he had some condition where his chest would have been tight. He said that it was a surprise. I didn't see this coming, but part of me knew. I didn't see this coming, but part of me knew this was my exit. And I'm getting that real loving feeling, like Terry was describing, And what I don't know what this means. What I saw was, you know how kids go on bike adventures, and they're like riding on bikes, and it was like you knew exactly, like what she was saying, exactly what the other person was going to do. You Okay, I'm gonna listen to him just a second. Okay, we shared our hearts. We shared our bond. And I want you to know that I'm so glad you were part of my life, such a big part of my life. It's really great here. and I'm feeling joy and happiness. And I'm also feeling a lot of love surrounding a large group of people. Like, I don't know if you have a large family or he had a lot of friends, but it's like just a group. And he's just like showing me his love, and his arms are around everyone. And I'm watching over you. And I'm so interested in showing you signs, in whispering in your ear. So stay close to me, even though I'm not there physically. I am right next to you. Oh, he's adamant about that. I am right next to you, and all that I love, and know that I am happy and well. He just said cheerio. I don't know what that means.
I think you just nailed it, Terry Lee. She said he was hit by an oil truck on his motorcycle.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
That was the crushing that you felt on his chest.
Mhm.
My gosh, we're so sorry,
I'm
JP.
terribly sorry,
Yeah.
JP. But know that he is certainly happy where he is right now, and he's very close to you. Very, very close to you.
They don't
Oh,
remember the trauma. They don't remember the trauma. They really don't. That is the tragedy, the trauma, and the way it's almost like he remembers right before that and then after that. Yeah.
okay.
But
Well,
your bond with your brother was very apparent in all of the readings. So
absolutely.
yeah.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Whew, I kind of have to breathe after that one. And what Jean said is true. Oftentimes in a traumatic situation like that, they're gone. They're gone. They just pop out of their body. But I think that was his way of validating to you that this is him. He really came through, and we're so happy to have been a part of that. So thank you so much.
She said she's bawling her eyes out. Thank you all. Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Beautiful
Oh,
connection with him.
wonderful. Okay, ladies, I don't know how you're feeling. Have you got a little time? I mean, I just looked at the time and went, what?
Yeah, it went fast.
I can't believe it. These powerful sessions often do feel like they're just speeding right along. Would you like to do one or two more? Okay. All right, we'll go on. Thank you, Kieran. She says, miss my ex-boyfriend from Korea. We spent a lovely time in Korea, October of 22. I left him because I didn't see a future with him. Was I right to do that? Okay.
I'm getting right away to trust your instincts. Trust what your gut was feeling, what you were feeling in your gut, and that we oftentimes second guess ourselves when we're away from the situation. But trust your first instinct, and that something told you to leave, and that it's the universe. It's the way that we're guided in life, and it's not that it wasn't um, ever going to work out with him. It was just that there's something better out there for you. There's something you're more that you were destined to be with, something different. And perhaps without him now, and you forget all the feelings and whatever was going on in your mind at that time, you're second guessing it. But I think your first instincts are the right ones. Karen. So thank you.
Spirit always blows me away that they put things in our memory bank so that we can reference them. I just went to Japan not too long ago, and for some odd reason, I just had to go tour a silk factory, or what used to be a silk factory. And they used that knowledge that I gained from that to show me you. So there's a little pot of water. There's a silk cocoon in it. There's one, the silk thread has been picked from it and it's being pulled up into a machine and it's slowly being unwound. This is your life slowly being unwound. And then I'm like, so how will she know if this was the right thing? How will she know? And then as they kind of pulled me back into the thing, there you are. You're the one spinning you're spinning the cocoon. You know, because you're spinning you're in control of your life. I just agree with Jean. Do not second guess yourself. Your higher self is spinning the cocoon, pulling the silk thread out to make something really beautiful. So don't worry about it. You did the right thing.
Lovely. That was a beautiful visual. Well, what I got, Karen, for you, and I kept just trying to dial right into what your guides have to say. And they told me it wasn't just the best for you, it was the best for him as well. That you two, as souls, designed this time together, and you gained and learned from each other what there was at the time. And now, and they're showing that as you moved on, you both gained from it. You both gained things that you would not have gained had you not been together. That your souls took the opportunity of your time with him to learn things that you had planned. Oh, okay. And one of those things is how to follow your heart. Oh my goodness. Because what I saw actually at the beginning was a heart beating, and I thought, oh, that's love, or that's relationship. But okay. So that was one of the things that your soul learned. Confidence in guidance from your higher self, your guides, and your soul. Stay confident because you're on the right track. And yes, it was planned. It's supposed to be. I have to get some tea. Sorry.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Wow.
That it wasn't only right for you, but it was also right for him. Wow. That's amazing. Yep.
That's interesting. I saw that heart in the beginning, but didn't really get a distinct message with it. So I kind of let it slide by, and then it came right back, didn't it? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you again, Karen, and very nice to meet you and have you on comment on the channel and get a question answered, and join us again sometime. Okay. Let's go to, sorry, I had a couple that I didn't unstar.
That's all right. Take your time.
Well,
I just wanted to say thank you to all the moderators. They're doing such a wonderful job putting up everybody's information. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely. You are the wind beneath our wings out there, people. Interesting questions we've had today, and I'm loving it. Do the Brotherhood of the Wavelength of Energy have a message from me or anyone here? Can I contact them myself? I do. I am not familiar with this brotherhood. Are you, ladies?
I am. I have read for Erin once about this wavelength. It's a council that has contacted her. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, let's dive in. I would like to meet this. Let's go for this. If you guys don't mind, let's do it.
Yeah.
So what I hear right away, Erin, is not just can I contact them myself? You are in contact with them. They're 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 there supporting you. Um, they're a special team,
They are.
and it's almost like they know you from another lifetime, that they are coming and protecting you in this lifetime, because you may have even been part of a team like this, or a part of one of their lifetimes. They're they're just wanting you to know that you're supported and that you're guided, and that you have a whole band of brothers there supporting you. Um, it's almost like they're a rescue. Just letting me know that you're protected and you're not gonna um, to trust them and to trust yourself, and to live life and step forward with a purposeful step, that they've got your back. They want you to be a little more confident and a little more trusting that they've got your back. And that's what I got.
So they showed me a few things here that are interesting. So like Jean said, you actually are in contact with them already. You just don't remember it. So I really just like it when they say things like that. It's like, come on, we want to know. We, it's like, how much good does that do? But what they're showing me is that right now they're working with you when you're asleep. And they're showing me that they kind of want you when you go to sleep at night at one point. It doesn't have to be exactly before you fall asleep or anything, but as you're trying to make contact with them and say, I am ready to work with you, or something like that before you go to bed, like I'm ready to help. And then what they show me is like you going to bed, you sleeping, you so outwardly, if I were in your room while you're sleeping, you would just look normal, like you're sleeping like anybody else. But then they're showing me that, so I just have this knowing you are a light worker, a really important light worker, of course, and that makes sense. If you're part of the wavelength of energy, then you're a light worker. And then what they showed me is they showed me the energetic ley lines of the globe. And I believe you are transporting on these ley lines to support this whole new energy that's going to really take over, this 5G energy. You are part of this support system that is making this happen. That is, I feel like you're pulling in energy from other people, like maybe people like me and Jean and Terry Lee. Maybe we're sleeping and you're borrowing a little bit of our energy or something. Um, Yeah, you're doing some serious work, and if you want to talk to them, go ahead. They're not going to object to that. But just know that you are doing some serious work, and I also get the idea they are making sure that you're not so aware of it when you're sleeping, because they do want you to be rested. So you're just going to have to trust on that one for a while. Okay, Terry.
Wow. Okay, well, this is exciting. I I saw them sitting at a table, and it was interesting because they I heard the word council, or a council, and that could have been for my benefit. I like brotherhood better, but they were clarifying it for me. And the interesting thing was, I have to write this stuff down. Um, I believe you're a star seed. I believe that they have been with you for I hear several lives. I immediately got a picture in my head of Tesla. And you know the story how he put the light bulbs in the ground, right? And they lit up from the energy, draw from the energy. Okay, here it comes. You've got the energy within you. You've got the energy that comes from deep within. Most certainly you can communicate with us. And I'm seeing bare feet on the ground, which is what I do all the time, is grounding. Bare feet on the ground. Connect to the energy of the center of the earth and connect that to yourself and our energy. Oh my goodness, we've been with you for eons of time. Eons of time. Know this and feel your own power. The power is within you. We are the counsel to guide you, but the power is within you. You are the light, which ties in with the light worker thing that Terry said. I'm just hearing the same thing that my guides told me, that unique contribution to the cosmic consciousness that creates universes. I love it. Yeah, they just related that right back to me because I know that one well.
Good for you, Erin. You'll have to keep us posted.
Yeah, wow. Starseed. Yee. Yeah, seek out that information. And you know what? It's an adventure. It's an adventure. And do I have this? I have something I want to just end with real quick. Oh, Erin. It really feels like many of us were bamboozled into earthly existence. Talk about jumping out of the plane without a parachute. All right, Erin. I got to tell you, you weren't bamboozled. This is the most wonderful time to be on this planet. We have so many things to draw from. We have so many truths that are right here that are coming to us every single day that so many generations before us never had. We've got the opportunity to really know and understand that everything is energy and that we are energy and we are vibration and we are souls, luminous souls, luminous beings in these bodies. And we came for a purpose. And it's not all serious and dread. It's an adventure. It's learning. It's expanding. I honestly believe, and ladies, let me know how you feel. But I feel like a lot of people signed up for this particular time on planet Earth because of the opportunity to have huge advancements as a soul. What do you think about that?
Yeah. I keep getting that same message that we vied for this. We arm wrestled practically for this.
We won the lottery. The ones who are here now have won the lottery because there are so many people that want to expand their soul's evolution. And this is the best way and the fastest way and the most exciting way. And what we do here on this earth as individuals expanding our souls, our evolution, allowing our souls to evolve, it affects so many other areas in the universe simultaneously. And the ability to come here and do this is once in a lifetime opportunity.
We could go on. We should just have a show and just talk about that, right? I mean,
well, we've all seen it, heard it, or felt it, right?
yeah. I mean, it's exciting. And I just want to thank everybody in the chat. What a beautiful group. And I want you all to know that a couple days after the show goes live, the live chat will pop up, and every time I read them. And I love it. And it's so hard to catch what you're saying, but I can just see beautiful conversations going on over there, and you're supporting each other. You're holding the light. And that's what you're here to do. I'm so thankful for every single one of you. Jane, you want to tell me what's coming up for you?
I don't have my calendar up with me, but I have a show with Valerie, the
Oh,
Illumination Portal, coming up on
love that.
Sunday the 25th. And
Nice.
the solstice is this Wednesday, and I think there's a new moon, there's a solstice, there's a lot of cosmic goings on. So get your I don't know if you have that app on your phone. It's a, what's it called? The something viewer. Let me just
Something new?
see. It's right
Oh,
here. Skyview Light,
okay. Mhm.
Lite. Skyview is one word, and light is the second word, Lite. And
Nice.
it's just so exciting. And there's so many different changes going on in the cosmic planetary alignments. It's very exciting.
It is exciting. Thank you, Jane. That's great. Terry?
Well, I will be on this coming Sunday at 10 with Allie Martin. And
Yeah.
then I believe I have a show again on Monday with Wisdom Seeker Joan. And
Nice.
uh, there's an invitation to that if you want to come on over on Monday.
To me?
Yeah.
I will be traveling to the mountains on Monday, but I'll be thinking of you. Yeah, that's great. And you guys always do such a great reading together as well too. I am going to be in the mountains, and what I'm going to do is really work on my shorts. I just have this anticipation that there's going to be some amazing things that we're just going to discover on this trip, aside from fun and relaxation. But in this place, I always have special things happen to me. So I'm really excited about that. So I'll be working on doing some shorts, and then I'm going to try to maybe do a recorded upload, whatever I can send to you guys that Spirit gives me to pass on. You know you're going to get it. And I'll watch my community page, please, and you'll see upcoming events there after I get back. So once again, I just love you ladies so much, and I want to thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Psychic
you,
Triad.
Terry.
What a wonderful day it was. Beautiful questions from everyone. Thank you again for all your participation and your beautiful comments. And I'm going to say what I always say at the end of every show, and that is, think about that. You are loved beyond measure. Beyond measure. Wow. Okay. Love you all. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Have a good weekend.